Hello everyone and welcome back. My name's Dustinkreis and this is going to be a different kind of video. I got screwed. Yeah, so earlier today I was playing Shin Megami Tensei 4 on my 3DS and complaining about the screen. If you watch my first impressions video, you'll see that. So, I got done playing the game for a while and I thought, well, let's just go out and about. So I go out and I go to GameStop and just start, browsing around. I see that the 3DS XL is down to $199. And I asked the clerk behind, I know the guy there. I asked him, how much you guys giving for the original 3DS? And he says, well, normally it'd be about $60, but we're running a promotion where we give you an additional $50. Or not $50, an additional 50% on top of that. So it works out to be about $90. And I did the math, and I was like, that means I can get a 3DS XL for a little bit over $100. So I went back and I got my 3DS, took the SD card out of it, took it to GameStop, and traded it in, and got this right here. And today should be a day of celebration. And I should be very happy to have this 3DS XL because it is a very nice system. However, Nintendo's system transfer policy has really fucked me over, and honestly I don't know if I'm going to get out of it or not. Basically what happened was I thought that you just take the SD card out of one system, put it in another system, tie it to your eShop account, and boom, you're ready to go. Even if the games don't work on the card, you can just re-download them because it's an eShop account. It's out there in the internet, and you log into it out there. And I didn't realize that the eShop is tied to the fucking 3DS. So when I loaded up my new 3DS, I noticed that my eShop account, the balance was down to 0, even though I logged in with my name and password. Well, I guess that's just logging into Club Nintendo, now that I know about it. So, at the GameStop, we did a reformat of the 3DS. And I thought that wiped everything out. So I called in tech support and talked to one of the guys there for an hour trying to get this figured out. And it turns out that the only way you can transfer your information from one 3DS to another is by having both of them. Which is a stupid maneuver because usually people trade in the younger model for the new sexy model, and you don't have access to both of them. So I called tech support to see if there's any workaround. Of course there's not. It's just, the information's on that SD card. There's just absolutely no way you can get to it. So the tech guy transferred me to one of the higher ups at I don't know if it's at Nintendo proper or one of the Nintendo places, and he said, well, if you didn't delete the 3DS shop account, which I didn't, you can still go back to that GameStop, get a hold of that 3DS, and transfer it. Luckily, I know the guys there, and I go there and I was like, look, I got a weird request. I need to take that 3DS I traded into you guys down to Starbucks and try to do a system transfer because there's no other way around. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah, like the eShop is tied to the 3DS. And even they didn't know it, apparently. So, got the 3DS, and I took it down to Starbucks and started a system transfer. And wouldn't you know it, you have to connect both 3DSs to the internet, and wouldn't you know it, the fucking original 3DS dropped the connection right at the end of the fucking transfer. So on my new 3DS, there is nothing. On my old 3DS, when I looked into the file management, there was nothing. Okay, so I take the 3DS back in. He's like, did it work? And I was like, it errored out. I think I just lost everything. So luckily, the higher up at Nintendo gave me his number, and I called him and left him a message saying, look, it errored out. I don't know if the information is still in the original SD card. I don't know because it deletes out information off the 3DS when you do this. I don't know if I can still access it. you're a multi-million-dollar company. I'm asking for $32.60 and access to 3 eShop games, which you saw on the computer that I've already have the license to. I was like, I hope we can work this out. Give me a call back, you know. And I guess we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. He does work tomorrow. I guess we'll see if he calls me back, and we'll go from there. I did come home and put the SD card into the PC. The files are still there. So I called GameStop and I said, look, I still think I have the files on my 3DS. Can I stop by tomorrow and we can try this fucking thing again? And they said, oh yeah, sure man, sure. It's not getting shipped out till Monday. It'll still be here. That's fine. I'll let the guys know here. So hopefully it didn't delete out the eShop account off the 3DS, because if it did, then I'm just fucked. I'm literally just fucked. Unless by some miracle Nintendo allows me. I don't even know how they would do it. If they just send me, they could just send me a voucher in my email for like $50 for the eShop. That's what I'm hoping they do, in lieu of actually getting the files back. But I have lost so much time today dealing with this. An hour on the phone, hour and a half on the phone, you know, going to Starbucks. Luckily, I saw somebody at Starbucks I knew, and I sat down and had a good chat with them while I was doing this. But it was like an hour and some change doing that, and then it's just to get, you know, $32, which I earned by registering these products and games that I purchased. You know, I've already given you the money. You know, give it back a little bit. And it just, going from Apple's store, and you can say whatever you want about Apple. I could sit at work and buy something on my phone, come home, get on my iPad, and download that on my iPad. That is awesome. What this is doing is completely, I mean, it's like the internet is a new fucking thing, and it's been around forever. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think like the Wii and the 3DS have different shops that don't communicate, whereas on PSN it's the same thing. You know, it's just, oh my god, I've never had this problem before, and it's so frustrating because it's just like I was talking to the tech guy and I was like, look, let's just forget about this. Just transfer me to somebody who can just refund my friggin' money. And he's like, oh, we can't do that. We gotta go through all this stuff. And it's just like, it's so awful. I should have done, I mean, I should have never bought this thing. And it goes to, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you have something good with the 3DS and you try for something better, you get something worse. I mean, I can go out there and play Shin Megami Tensei 4, but it's like, I was so happy. I was like, oh man, I got $32 in the eShop. I can just, you know, find something nice to download here eventually. And now it's probably gone. Unless they just send me a voucher for, you know, I don't even really care about the games, because the games I had, it was Liberation Maiden, Unchained Blades, and Crimson Shroud. I beat all 3 of them. I wasn't, you know, I might have played one of them again. But it's like, it's just the principle of the matter. It should be easier to do this, you know? It should be so much easier to transfer shit from one 3DS to the other. Especially what really bugs me is that Nintendo does this shit. Like, this, honestly, this is what they should have released firsthand. It should not have been that small little dinky 3DS. That's what should have been released firsthand. And they do this knowingly. They release a console and they're like, oh, in a few years we'll just revise it a little bit. And then the transfer process between them is such a fucking chore. I don't know. I'll make an update. Hopefully the guy calls me tomorrow and gives me some good news. And then after I get off work, I'm going to GameStop and I'm going to go over to Starbucks and we're going to try it again. And I'm probably going to boot up that 3DS, put that SD card in there, and it's probably going to not even read it. So, yeah. It was supposed to be a good day. It was supposed to be a good day. and it turned into this. So, shame on you, Nintendo. And when I talk to that guy, because I carry my phone on me at work, and when I talk to that guy, he's going to get an earful. If he can't fix this, he's going to get an earful, because this is just bad design. Bad design. So, anyway, it's like, I don't even want to look at the damn thing. I don't even want to go out there and play Shin Megami Tensei 4, but I probably will. So, anyway, that's it for this video. Should have been a happy one, saying I got a 3DS XL and it's great, but I got a 3DS XL and it's just a fucking bad day. Alright, I don't even know how to end this, so I'll just talk to you guys later.